Hello everyone, welcome to Mathematics Pathshala. Today we will solve problems of ordinary differential equations from the West Bengal set 2023. So let's see question number 19 of the booklet series X. It is a boundary value problem. Here the eigenvalues of the boundary value problem, this d2 by dx2 plus lambda y is equals to 0 where x belongs to 0 to pi closed interval. With these two boundary conditions are given, y0 is equals to 0 and y pi minus y dash pi is equals to 0 are given by option A. Lambda is equals to kn square where kn are the roots of k plus tan k pi is equals to 0. N is the set of positive integers. Option B. Lambda is equals to n square where n is also here the positive set of positive integers. And lambda is equals to n pi whole square where n is the set of positive integers. And option D, lambda is equals to kn square where kn at the roots of k minus tan k pi is equals to 0. So, let's see. It is given the boundary value problem this d2 by dx2 plus lambda is equals to 0 with these two boundary conditions. Now, here the auxiliary equation is, we can write n square plus lambda is equals to 0. So here it will imply m square is equals to minus lambda. So here three cases can occur. When lambda is equals to 0, then the auxiliary equation gives the roots 0, 0. Here we get n is equals to 0, 0 when lambda is equals to 0. Now we will get the solution as y is equals to c1 plus c2x. Now what we can do? We can apply the boundary conditions which are given. So, applying these two boundary conditions, first of all, we apply y0 is equals to 0, that is, y is equals to 0 when x is equals to 0. So, here we put x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0. Then what we get? We get from this c1 is equals to 0. And when we get c1 is equals to 0, then here we put y pi minus y dash pi is equals to 0 and we get c1 plus c2 pi minus c2 is equals to 0. Here as c1 is equals to 0, it will become c2 pi minus c2 is equals to 0. So c2 must be 0, here we get as pi cannot be 1. And hence here c1 is equals to 0 is equals to c2 we get. So here it results a trivial solution y is equals to 0. Now let's take another case when lambda is less than 0. Here we get the solution as y is equals to c1 e to the power root over minus lambda x plus c2 e to the power minus root over minus lambda x. And then we apply this boundary conditions y0 is equals to 0 and here we get c1 plus c2 is equals to 0 and from this we get this. So here also it will result that the only solutions are c1 is equals to 0 is equals to c2 and again this results to a trivial solution y is equals to 0. Now we have to check what will happen when lambda is greater than 0. Let's check. When lambda is greater than 0, here the solution we get y is equals to c1 cos root over lambda x plus c2 sin root over lambda x. Okay. Then we apply y0 is equals to 0 and here y0 is equals to 0, that is x is equals to 0 when then y is equals to 0. So what we get here? Here we get cos 0 1 and sin 0 0. So this will become c2 into 0 0 and this will become c1 into 1 and this is 0. So we get c1 is equals to 0. So here our solution when c1 is equals to 0, the solution becomes y is equals to c2 root over lambda, c2 sin root over lambda x we get. And now we apply y pi minus y dash pi is equals to 0 in this. So what we get here? We get c2 sin root over lambda pi minus, we will differentiate this and we get y dash, that is root over lambda c2 cos root over lambda x. And here in the place of x we put pi. So what we get? We get minus root over lambda c2 cos root over lambda pi is equals to 0. And this will be true if c2 is equals to 0. Here see, we take c2 as common and we get C2 into sine root over lambda pi minus root over lambda cos root over lambda pi is equals to 0. So what we can say, this will be true if C2 is equals to 0, but that leads to y becoming identically 0. So that is, we get a trivial solution as before. And since we are interested in a non-trivial solution, so the only alternative is that is sine root over lambda pi is equals to root over lambda cos root over lambda pi. So for a non-trivial solution, C2 not equals to 0, and hence the only solution then we get sine root over lambda pi is equals to root over lambda cos root over lambda pi. And this implies root over lambda is equals to tan root over lambda pi. So here we can write it as root over lambda minus tan root over lambda pi is equals to 0. Now here if we take lambda is equals to kn square where n is equals to the set of positive integers, then we can write it as k minus tan k pi is equals to 0. That is, if we are to take eigenvalue lambda is equals to this kn square where n is the set of positive integers where k is greater than 0, the number k must be a positive root of the equation k is equals to tan k pi where k is greater than 0. So we can say from our given options, this here this option is our correct, as here lambda is equals to kn square where kn is the roots of kn are the roots of k minus tan k pi is equals to 0. So here we get this kn are the roots of k minus tan k pi is equals to 0 while lambda is equals to kn square. So option D is our correct answer. Now let's do another problem of ordinary differential equation. It is question number 20 from the question booklet says x. So here the problem is the Wronskian of the functions f1x is equals to x square and the function f2x is equals to x mod x is 0 for all x, for x greater than 0, option C for x less than 0 and the last option for x is equal to 0. So let's see what is the Wronskian of the functions. Let f1, f2, fn be n real functions each of which has an n minus 1 derivative on a real interval a less than equal to x less than equal to b. Then the determinant w f1, f2 up to fn is equal to the determinant where this is in the first row f1, f2, f3, f4 and it is going up to fn. Here f1 dash, this prime denotes the derivative of f1 in first order. Here f2 dash, it denotes the derivative of f2 of first order and this is also the derivative of fn in first order. And this is the derivative of f1 in n minus 1th order. So it is going on f1, f2, f3, fn. So here it will be f1 double dash, f2 double dash, fn double dash and up to f1 n minus 1. And it is called the Wronskian of these n functions. So here our functions are given x square and x mod x. So here w f1 f2 is equals to f1 f1 dash and f2 f2 dash. So here the function is x square which is f1 and x mod x which is f2. So here we get f1 dash is equals to 2x and f2 dash is equals to 2x when x greater than 0 and it will be 2x cube minus 2x cube. So the determinant we get when x greater than 0 is 0. So the Wronskian is 0 when x greater than 0. Now let's check when x less than 0 what will happen. When x less than 0 it will be x square and it will be mod x is equals to minus x, then it will be minus x square. So here we get f2 dash minus 2x and f1 dash is same as here 2x. So here we get minus 2x cube plus 2x cube. So here the determinant is 0. And when x is equals to 0, then also we get the Wronskian 0. So here for x greater than 0 we get the Wronskian is 0 and for x less than 0 we get the Wronskian 0 and also for x is equals to 0 we get Wronskian is 0. So we can say that for all x the Wronskian of these two functions is 0. So option A is our correct answer. Thank you for